day, everybody. Good day. It is Saturday, August 10, 2018. I'm Dave Guerra. Thank you for watching. This is Trust the Process Saturday edition. So as we've been talking these past several weeks, it's been about resume writing, and we're going to continue resuming that resume writing. And why am I talking about resume writing in this Trust the Process? Because we have to do it. It's a necessary evil. We cannot get around that. That's just the way life has become. That's the way we want a job. We have to write a resume. We have to write a damn good resume. Now, as I said earlier, I'm not an expert on resume writings, but I have seen enough to say, hey, that's a good one, and that is a very bad one. And very bad, well, that's why I started this, because I ran across, I think, probably the worst one I've ever seen. And folks, we got to correct this before this becomes a national epidemic. And by doing that, we just a little bit, whether it's one or two people hear me, that's fine. Because again, those one or two people will start sharing the word to somebody else and says, you know, here's how you update your resume. Here's how you bring it a little, kick it up a little bit. Here's how you make it better. And number one is throw away the crayons. Do not use the crayons, and throw away that crayon mentality. You've got to, obviously this one, you have to stay in the lines. You have to be clear, concise, and most of all, you have to be informative, and you have to inform them in one page. Ideally one page, sometimes it'll spill to two, because there's some people that have just done so much. But in this case, we're gonna continue. We're gonna talk about, what was it? Education? Education. That's right, education. Because we've done the objective, we've done the work history, now we do the education. Folks, again, put the last school you attended at the very top of that list, and then go backwards. You don't have to go any further down than high school. If you really truly feel junior high is where you peaked, you're in the wrong field. You've done the wrong thing, and a resume is not going to help you. Folks, it's that serious. It's that simple. It's that serious. Do not go any lower than high school, that you graduated high school, what high school you graduated from, and then we'll go from there. So ensure that your education. Now, universities, colleges, technical schools, all of that, put that down. Put that down. But you don't have to go into details of, I learned the ins and outs of The Handmaid's Tale. I learned that Margaret Atwood. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to get that detailed. Please don't. But what you do need to get into is exactly your field of study. Did you graduate or did you not complete? That's all you have to put on there. It's kind of like, well, I hate to say this, but it's like having a paper cut. Either you have it or you don't. You got a paper cut or you don't have a paper cut. It's like being pregnant. Either you are or you aren't. Folks, it's that simple. You graduated, you did not graduate. Then put down the number of years you attended. It happens, it's real life. But in those years that you attended, what did you do? Did you mostly work on English literature? Was that your course of study, your emphasis, but you didn't finish? Put that down, that's okay. Put down your emphasis. Obviously in high school it's general studies. Unless you went to one of those specialty high schools, then just put down this was the specialty. You know, so technical trade high school, it was a medical specialist high school, it was a business-oriented occupation specialty high school, where the focus was on prepping people to go into the business world, then by all means put that down, but you don't have to get into the details. I learned this, I learned that. That's for your skills down below. That'll be a little bit later. So again, put the most recent school you attended, even if it was 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, put it down. Put down everything that you attended up until high school. So if you went to a vocational school, then you went to a technical college, then you went to university, then by all means put that down, but put it in proper order so people can see, hey, here's your natural progression. Here's what they did. Don't pull any punches. Don't lie. If you didn't graduate, if you're 1 credit hour short of graduation, you did not graduate, do not lie, because people will check. And then you lied on your resume. You lied on your application. And trust me, the application and the resume, they better match. So don't lie on either. It'll get you. It will bite you in the end. So don't lie. Be consistent. Be truthful, and that's the only way you stay consistent. Folks, again, wrapping this up on education. Don't go any lower than high school. Nobody really cares what you did in junior high cross country. Nobody cares. Actually, technically, nobody really cares what you did in high school, if you were the varsity star quarterback or you were just another nerd on the chess club. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that you graduated. You can accomplish something, and that's what you're showing. Schools, again, get into the details? No, don't get into the details. Get into the field of study, get into if you finished, if you didn't finish, graduated or didn't graduate. Nope, don't pull punches, don't lie. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this episode of Trust the Process Saturday edition. I'm David Guerra. I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one.